Hello, ladies. We are going to talk all about how to place your first order after having one party. It might have been your launch party or your encore party or your bestie party, but we're going to talk all about that right now. So, welcome. All right, so what I have in front of me is I have my connection cards from the party, I have my order forms from the party, and also I have a notebook just to double check that what I'm doing on the COO is going to be correct. So first off, what I do when I come home from a party, or first off, what I do at the party that helps me when I come home. When I do come home from a party, I am going to follow up with those customers. There is also a video on our team page about after party follow up. Those scripts and everything are in that video. So if you can't find that video, reach out to your trainer. We will get you that information. But to help me with follow-up at the party, I'm just writing in the corners, O, which means they ordered, NO means that they didn't order, host means that she was a hostess for that party. So I have also my sheets at the party that I'm helping myself keep things simple. So on my order forms, I'm only writing that guest first and last name and then whose party it was from. I'm actually not writing her shipping information. I'm not writing her email address or birth date on the order form because that's already on the connection card. So when I'm shipping something, there is also a shipping video as well on how to ship things, how to make it the most efficient for you on our team page. So make sure you reach out to your trainer if you can't find that on the pinned post called the Holy Grail Go-To Guide. But I'm actually looking at this address for when shipping products. So just for simplicity and time, I'm not doing everything at the top of your order form. So that's what I have done at the party. So when I also come home from the party, I'm taking each of my order forms and I'm making a list. Which is going to have, it says like Coochie Flirt AM, which means Amour, Coochie Love Story, Coochie SF, that's Sweet Fantasy. So I do use little initials like that to make it go a little bit faster. And then I'm making little tally marks. So the tally marks are letting me know from every single order, I'm putting little tallies. Let's say that she bought 2 of the Coochie, then I'm going to put 2 tally marks for that Coochie Flirt. And so the entire party is going to be right here on my order form. It is also super important to remember that if you are, having a couple parties within that same month, you do want to try to block them together. So I do order on the COO from my parties from Monday to Sunday all together. We do collect $7 shipping and handling from all of your customers, which you never should discount. Even if they take home their items from that party, shipping is expensive. So you do not want to discount shipping because if you do, then basically you are now taking away money from your profit because you have to pay for that shipping out of pocket. So easiest way I explain that at the party is blah, 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 blah. Here's your total. Do you want to pay cash, check, or debit? There is a flat rate $7 shipping and handling fee on there. It's like you're paying me back since you do get to take home all of your items tonight at the party. And then basically I run her card. So I have my order forms. I already have them all on my sheet just to make sure that I have all of these on my sheet the way that I want them. We're going to kind of double check with what we're putting into our system in the COO. So I'm going to flip this around now so that you guys can see your COO here. Before the party starts, though, I did already put in her party into my business and then my parties, which takes you to this screen. So this is going to be Amber Greeley's party. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing that I already pre-did just so that you guys can see and don't have to waste time. You'll notice this is your hostess. This was my party shopping link. The other thing that is not here is generally these things down here, okay? So when you get here, you're going to have to click Add Guest. Most of your customers right now, you're going to have to create a contact. I, for this portion, only put in their first, last name, and email address. The reason why, again, I don't do phone number and shipping information here is because I'm looking at the connection card when it comes to shipping. The reason why I do put their email address, though, is because this whole COO system is linked up with something called Media Center. Media Center is a great emailing system that blasts out pre-made product flyers, newsletters for customers, flyers about people joining your team, sales that you might be doing. It is all for free for your first 90 days once you activate it. And then after that, I believe it is going to be about $15 per month. But I do book a lot of parties and get outside orders just by blasting out a couple little emails. So that's what I do here. And then you're going to click Save Contact. Once you do have your contact saved, then you're going to come to a screen that looks like this, and you're going to click Add New Order. This the reason why I'm going to add in her order physically online is because I actually don't save paper copies. I actually just have it all here because also too, let's say that I want to blast out an email to customers who only bought Coochie Cream. This way I'm able to see who, because I'm putting in their information here, who bought Coochie Cream, and then I can only select those guests if I wanted to. The other nice thing too is that let's say I have a customer who's like, well, what kind of coochie did I buy last time? Or what toy did I get? Or what lubricant flavor did I get? I love that. I want to rebuy. Instead of sifting through all of your paper order forms, I'm just able to click up to my business and look at my contacts. And then you can search by products that she purchased, which is really nice. So we are going to actually go back to your guest because I actually already added all of her items to her cart. All of her items, it says that we have 4 right here. And I do just want to preface by saying that this is actually not where we do the math, okay? So this is just viewing the summary. You're going to notice that we have $7 shipping and handling here, but this is not actually calculating the tax. So it's really important that you are not doing the math on the COO. You have to be using those paper order forms and doing the tax by hand. And your tax is going to be different for, my city tax rate is different from yours. I live in Eagan, Minnesota. So right now my city tax rate is 7.125%. If you live in Duluth, your tax is like 8-point-something%. No matter where you're doing your party is, your tax is always the same because you're ordering from corporate and they're shipping directly to you. So I can also see like this edit line items. These are the items that she ordered. She got Booty Ease, fan favorite, Just Like Me, whipped berry creme brulee. And this is going to really just keep track of just this customer's order, okay? If I click back to the party button, once all of Amber's party guests are going to be listed here, they'll all be down here. And again, I'm not physically taking money this way. I'm not physically ordering these products either. This is just creating an account for me to be able to toss my paper order forms so I don't have to worry about them. The nice thing is that this is actually going to keep a running total though. So at the very end, what I'm doing is I'm keeping track. I'm double checking all of these numbers and products are matching with what I have right here on my paper form. Okay. So that way I'm just double checking. So once I have all of my customers entered in for the COO underneath her party, let's pretend they're all in here and we're already done. I'm going to pop over to place regular order underneath the orders tab. Something that is important to remember is that we do generally always have a sale, and this is where you can click it. It says view special sale. So today's sale is when your retail total is greater than $600, you're going to get an extra 10% off. It's going to be on October 4th through the 6th, and then it's going to give you the time. The time and the days for this is always Eastern time, and Eastern time is an hour ahead of Minnesota time, which is going to be Central. So it's really important that, like, let's say we have a 10 a.m. sale, 11 Eastern, then you have to make sure that you get that in Minnesota time or wherever you are, because this whole system is run off of Eastern time, okay? So what we got here, normally this will be popping open to your sale items page here. So the sale items page is really nice to utilize in a certain special way. I do just always like to preface by saying, as a new consultant, I don't ever recommend to grab toys such as your Aurora, Daydreams, Lunas. If you're watching this, past January 2020, these products are not even going to be available for sale anymore, because generally when we have toys that are on the sale page, they are going to be discontinued and dropped from our catalog permanently. So things that I do stock up on, and the reason why on the sale page is like this. Let me go to the catalog browser. I stock up on your liquid items like your sprays. And that's right now, these are only mini travel sizes, so I'm not going to be using those for what I'm going to talk about. But these are going to be a great way for you to use for your VIP program. The VIP program, there is again, part of that explanation of the VIP program is pinned on the Holy Grail. It's labeled VIP program. So that's going to be really important to to make sure you understand that. And if you have questions about anything, make sure you just reach out to your trainer. But I also grabbed these liquid items, and that's for my booty and my bust drawing as well. So the booty and the bust drawing, if you don't know how to play it, make sure you ask your trainer. But I'm only using liquid sale items because I'm going to be making more money versus using regular retail items. And that's the whole point of the booty and bust, is we're going to be selling and getting rid of these discontinued liquid items, and I got them for super cheap. So on your COO, since my buying discount is different, these are really only going to cost you $6 a piece, then they're valued at $20. So super awesome. These are also great for, let's say, mystery bag items, which we have more information on our team page about that. They're great for holiday gifts. They're great for birthdays. They're also great for hostess gifts and things like that. So that's the only reason why I would stock up on a couple of these items with your first order. The other thing I want to mention about your first order, we want to pop down to business supplies, and we want to make sure that we grab what's called foil packs. So one of the most important foil packs to grab is going to be that Coochie Shave Cream. This is what I use for my door prize, and I only give away one. And for that door prize, I say she can either keep it or she can hand back the foil pack to get 10% off any one item in the catalog that day. She does have to place her order that day. Some other nice things here too is, let's say you're collecting your catalogs and you're reusing them. I personally do not. I give the catalogs home because they are going to be more marketing material for your customers. But if you, let's say, are keeping the catalogs, you do need to reorder more connection cards. So those can be purchased alone. Also, what we have is we have even invitations if you want to send out paper invites to your customers for your customers for parties as well. These mini travel size bottles, you cannot sell them, but sometimes I give them to hostesses as like a bonus, but I don't sell them and I don't give them away freely because they do cost you $3.50 plus per bottle, which gets to be expensive if you think about how many you could give away. The other thing that I do want to recommend to grab, though, is if you haven't already accepted your Inventory Advantage program, you should have gotten blank business cards and you should have already gotten black bags for accepting your Inventory Advantage program. And also, the nice thing, too, I would recommend grabbing is a tablecloth if you don't already have one of those, but also grabbing big shopping bags, too. This basically lets people not feel weird and creepy going out of the shopping room with, like, multiple small bags. And also, too, making sure you grab your Pure Romance catalogs. There are a Spanish and a non-Spanish version, so very important that you do have just the English version if that's what you're looking for. There is going to be more order forms that you do need to purchase. So the ones that came in your kit are the small half sheets. Otherwise, we do have larger order forms, but the larger order forms, just keep in mind, these don't have the men's masculine scents. They don't have lingerie or the Euphoria items. So you do have to write that in. And there is a spot for that, but also too, for the order forms, the blank ones, these are cheaper. And I personally just use the blank ones just because I have my mastery catalog on hand, but it's totally up to you what works best. Also, we know there is quite a different variety of sample packs, so it's totally up to you what you want to grab as well. So, let's go to the last page here and make sure we don't forget anything. And then there is going to be your thank you cards. So I do send all of my hostesses a handwritten thank you, which just basically thanks her for having me there at the party, and you can't wait to do it next year. So once I'm done with my business supplies, I am going to click to the all. I'm going to go back to the item list. Okay, so this is literally like shopping online. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this list, my Coochies, my Body Doos, my Hey Mr. DJ, my Just Like Me's, and I'm going to search for them in the top right-hand search bar, okay? So this is now, I typed in Coochie and I hit enter. Now we have a couple different options. So you have Coochie Amore and Coochie Amore, but they are going to be different. You can buy certain liquid products in 6-packs. It does depend on which items that you're getting for those 6-packs. We have Coochie Amore can be sold singly, which means each, or you can buy them in a 6-pack. So we do have a 6-pack is going to be buy one, get one almost for free. Six $20 items is going to actually be normally $120 retail, but here you're getting it for literally 5 $20 items is $100, and your 6th one is literally $8. Okay, so it's almost like getting your 6th one for free. So let's take a look at my list right here. I have Coochie Flirt, If you guys can see that right here, I started. I bought 5 that I sold at my party. So I personally would get a 6-pack. The 6th one I will be personally buying, which comes out of my profit. But I'm going to start to be building my inventory, which is really important that you want to make sure you're doing. Also, like my Body Do Love Story, I did sell 6, so I'm going to buy a 6-pack for that. My Just Like Me coconut, I'm at 5, so I'm going to get a 6-pack. Again, the profit comes out of, or the 6th one does come out of my profit, but I'm going to be selling more because I'm going to be carrying more inventory. Other things that I would stock up on would be the toy totes, even the Come Clean. I'd grab an extra opening act and the whipped vanilla. Even though I'm only at 4 here, this is a top seller, so I would stock up a little bit on that too. So once you're done with adding all of your items to your cart, you can click View Bag. But also too, just wanted to point out at the bottom here, this is going to tell you how close you are to your next retail discount. So it says that my order of $714 is actually qualifying me to get an extra 10% off. If you have not hit that $600 or whatever their minimum is, it's going to tell you right down here that you're X amount of dollars away. So again, this is also why I do recommend to be putting your parties on the same week, ordering Monday through Sunday one time so that you don't have to waste money on shipping, and then you're going to hit bigger sales days as well. Making sure that you click the correct shipping address. Sometimes, let's say if you paid directly your sponsor your money for your kit, her address might pop up here. And then always just selecting ground shipping. There's no reason to be spending an outrageous amount on next day or next Saturday or, next day delivery. Today does also include a shipping sale, so that's why it's $19. Normally, shipping is very expensive, so it's really important to make sure that's, again, why we always collect $7 per customer for shipping. You're always welcome to donate to what's called the Patty Brisbane Foundation, which your donation does go to women's sexual health research. And then this takes you to the last page here. So if you, let's say, did have any website orders, you can use your credits on file if you didn't already have them directly deposited every Monday. And then this is where you just enter in your information, and then you're going to click add payment, and then there's going to be another button that says next. The final page is like your last overview, and that's why it's really important that you just double check everything at the very end to make sure that everything is correct on that final order screen, because you cannot go back and change anything. Corporate can't change anything. So literally once you pay, you are finalized and you are done. Okay. So let's say that your launch party or your launch party, your bestie party, or any party was more of like a smaller party, okay? Sometimes that does happen. If you carry inventory on hand, I would try to trade or some of your inventory to grab the products that you sold that you needed to get to those customers. If you're not sure like what trading means, then let me know. We definitely have a lot of team members in a lot of different areas of Minnesota and Iowa and even all over the United States to trade with. So that's just really important that we, utilize that COO, because we don't want to be ordering anything that's less than $200 retail, because if we do, then we're basically wasting our money on paying for shipping, because generally with an order that's less than $200, then it's maybe only like 2 or 3 people that, purchased from the party, which is totally okay. It happens to us all. But, then you're only collecting $777. You're only collecting $21 in shipping, and shipping might cost $50. So we just want to make sure that we are going about it the right way. Something else, let's say you don't have any inventory to trade for products that you need. Another way that we can help is we have a personal website. So that's generally pureromance.com/your first and last name. Sometimes your consultant ID number will be in that if you have a generic last name like Amanda Johnson. So you can actually collect your customer's payment at that party, and then we can pop in. I'll show you really quick here what that would be doing. Let's say I had a Pure Romance party that only had 2 people order, and I sold 2 bottles of Coochie Cream. So I'm going to flip this around and kind of show you what I would do then, because I wouldn't actually order off the COO. I would just personally go over to my personal website and click Shop with Me. I've already collected the money from this customer at the party. I already have her connection card. I already know her address and things like that. So I'm going to add the item to my cart and pretend to be Sarah Johnson and check out. I'm going to use my card to pay for this item. Yes, it is going to be full price, but you do, and then you're going to ship it to her. directly. So corporate will ship this for you. But I've already collected all of her money, so I'm not out any money, but I'm still going to make a commission every single Monday for all website orders. So this way, I don't have to worry about, spending even more money on shipping it to me, and then shipping it to my customer. Corporate ships out everything from that personal website. So it's just a really great way, whether you get like a single outside order like that and you don't have it in stock and you don't live by someone or you don't have time to trade with anybody, that's a great way to get around versus placing one big order that's less than $200 retail for those items. Okay, so that's just a little bit about shipping. So if you guys have any other questions, please let me know, and we would love to answer your questions about shipping. And if you have questions about how to book your parties in the same weekend, or just how to do anything that I just showed you guys, please reach out to your trainer. Otherwise, we will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.